when we are stressed, we may go a little dormant for a while. And what's really important is to be aware of our bodies and our minds and how we are becoming dormant. Maybe it's our thoughts, we're not really thinking about anything creative. Maybe, if we're used to doing creative things, we stop. And we're just doing just the bare minimum just to survive, to live. Or maybe, if we're involved in other things, community services or something, and maybe we stop. Whatever it is for you, pay attention to what has gone dormant. That's the first step. Continue to breathe and have the breath as your anchor. To pay attention to your feelings and don't allow yourself to judge yourself of your time of being dormant. And just like the grass, as you bring yourself down from your high level of heat, emotional turmoil, start watering your emotions. Start watering your awareness. And allow yourself to start growing again. Maybe in the heat of all the strong emotions or the buildup of trauma, sometimes we forget about mindfulness, more or less breathing. One of my students in TAP class, my kindergartners and third graders, one little kindergartner said, "Miss Eartha, yesterday I had a bad day and I forgot to candle breathe." And another TAP friend came to her and said, "That's okay, just try again." And so with that spirit of trying again and releasing any judgment and going forward to put into practice, to really pay attention and say, that self-talk, I can get through this. And as you can see, here's my little basil bush. It is green. It is starting to flower. And this is the grass that I was told that was dead. This green is coming back. We've had some rain. See the low gray clouds. Even our true green guy, the lawn guy, said that the grass was dead and it wouldn't come back. Well, not everyone knows everything about how this works. And so I put this in a mindfulness context. I'm going to take just a breath and maybe just start there. And it may seem like the flood is just overwhelming and it's too much. And we can reflect and say, this is getting too much. So in the management of stress, if we're allowing ourselves to explode and to do damage to ourselves through overeating, over drinking, over emotions, overstimulating. And so what we're doing is we're verbalizing, putting it out so it doesn't build up the strong feelings and the emotions. And our brains can reorganize and recalibrate. And then when we get through a trauma or we're working through it, may I recommend and may I suggest, try not to listen and take to heart all the negativity and all the criticisms, because you know what? They may be stressed too, and that's their reaction. Instead, look at the progress of how much you have made. It's like the grass. The grass was so brown. It was dormant. It wasn't dead. And so with knowledge of knowing a little bit about taking care of a lawn, I was able to go forward despite all the negative comments that was coming from maybe even experts. But realizing at the same time that in the heat of the criticism, how am I responding? And so just to remember and to reflect and to look at the progress. And if there's no change, well, we know what the old saying about chaos is, right? Chaos is when we keep doing the same thing and we expect change. If we're doing the same thing and there's no change, I think that's a good indicator to kind of look at how we're working through our situation. And maybe there needs to be a change. So using all this as a growing experience, a learning experience. And always remember to reevaluate and reflect. And what will come up is new growth. Someone may say that, it's all gone. There's no hope. The grass is dead. Your creativity is gone. No. The creativity is new. It takes a while to come back. However, it's coming back like the grass. I feel joy and very hopeful and happy as I look around and see the green grass and the basil plant and the little lemon bush just green, and the leaves are healthy looking. They were not like this a few weeks ago. And I'm so happy I didn't put my faith in the negative comments that was coming from the True Green guy and the homeowners association person or people. And so I have really a sense of thankfulness and gratitude that nature knows how it is programmed to work in extreme temperatures. And I know that it's going to take a lot of work to get my little garden patch in the yard back to a state where it looks pretty again. Right now I think leaves are up and it's saying, "Hi, we're alive." And I just want to, in my inner self, in my soul, I want to say, "I see you." And we're going to grow again. We want to be better. This is going to be a better garden, a better yard. And I recognize that I may need some help, and it's going to take time, because it's not going to happen getting this yard and the garden, it's not gonna come back overnight. It takes time. And so I invite you to join me in a short reflection. The imagery that I'm using is water and rain. You can use your imagery that's best for you. The goal of this reflective practice, is to use our breath as our anchor and to let go. It doesn't mean we are giving in. It means we are breathing out and we are recharging so that we can strategize using a calm thought to make new progress towards our goal. As I use my breath as my anchor, I release. I release the anger. I release the tension. I let my calmness reign over me and allow the new growth to come and recognize it's not the same growth, it's new growth. As we reflect on the imagery of our new growth, I invite you to allow yourself to be open to gratitude, to a thankfulness, to have the opportunity to have new growth and to bring forth new ideas, creativity, to be willing to look at where you have come from. It's not gone to waste. It has made you better and stronger, because now the richness and the strength that you have gathered from the stress, from the trauma, will change the world. Thank you for joining me. And I wish you all the strength and the joy of nurturing the new you. I look forward to talking to you again next time.